Hello, my hearties. So today we're going to play a pirate game, and that pirate game, it be Voyage, Uncharted Waters, and it be a game based off of Alone Among the Stars. I seem to have turned into a bit of a farmer, but still, maybe I was a farmer in a previous career, and then I decided to sail the high seas for booty, not the kind that we might be thinking of. Now, this Among the Stars is by Takuma Akada, and this game, which is Voyage, Uncharted, plays in the same way. You need a deck of cards. Oh, and I've got an up camera. There's one just there. I can see it, but you can't. And there's a blue mat on the table in front of me, which you've never really seen before. And I've even got a sword, because I'm a proper pirate. And this here you should be able to see from above. Now, we're going to play this through, which means we're gonna go sailing. I'm gonna try and keep this voice up, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep it up for the whole game. So we have to go sailing and voyage around and find some islands, and we're gonna discover islands, and then we're gonna discover what's on the islands, and we're only gonna use a deck of cards, just a simple deck of cards. I'd ask you to pick a card, but I don't know any card tricks. So first off, we draw one card and we expose that card. Oh look, it's a king. Now a king means that we're going to do 11 islands. So we will play out 11 islands. Now, as long as it's on this blue, you should be able to see it. Now, we're going to go 1 island, 2 islands, 3 islands, 4 islands, 5 islands, 6 islands. So 5 along there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to sail around the seas, what do we need, my hearties? We need a ship. And I have a ship. Here's a ship. You can have a look at the ship from that one, and probably see the ship from that one up there, probably. Now, these ship came from these pack of cards that we used to get when I went shopping with my little daughter when she was quite small. I'd stick her in the trolley and would go around, and I'd come back with these. And my wife at the time would say, "You'll buy any old rubbish as long as they say it's a game." And she wasn't wrong. So, how we play is, we'll put that card over on the side. This is a good ship. My ship that I can't quite read because I haven't got depth perception anymore. This ship will sail the 7 seas, and it has a whole 50 structural points, which means that if it hits more than 50, we sink, my hearties, and we will end our lives on one of these islands. So let us go explore the islands and find our worth. So, what do? The first thing we do is we turn over a card, and then we have a look at the card, and this card is the Jack of Spades. And what that means is, because it's a spade, it means that we have harsh weather and we take 11 structural damage. So harsh weather. So as whilst voyaging through, trying to explore the islands, what we'll do is we'll go to this island first. Voyaging towards this island, the sea turns like boiling water and the lightning strikes from the sky and our main mast shatters. Well, not quite, but it splits. And the bosun, if he's the one who has to fix that, which he probably is, he had to go and get all these lads up there, and they had to bind that mast, and then they had to try and make sure it didn't all collapse, and we didn't end up in what's-his-face's locker. Davy Jones' locker, that's the feller. Never met him myself. So once we've landed on the island, then what we do is we turn the card over, and we explore the island. Depending on what the card says, we find different things. So because this is a spade, it means that we have found a natural geographical feature. Shrieking swamps, rocks that change form, or lakes that ooze. So, and because it's a 10, it's a small island, and it's alone. So the island is quite barren apart from over in the western side of the island, there's a swamp. It's a strange swamp, because the mists that come off the swamp at night, they ignite, and they glow colours like greens and blues and puce, though I'm not too sure what puce is. But it definitely glowed a colour, and Bosun Jim said it was puce, so puce it be. But that's a bit of a boring island, and we're not going to find our treasure there, and we really want to find a treasure, so we'll have to explore another island, and off we'll go. We'll go to the other side of the thing that begins with A, and I can't remember the word, but it means a collection of islands. But I'm just a pirate, so how would I know what that word is anyway, my hearty? and we'll sail over to this island here. This one here, which you should be able to see because it's on the blue. But you probably can't see the bottom bits here because I had a test and I think it only comes up to there. But we'll sail to this island. And whilst we're sailing past the other islands, what type of weather do we have? Oh, we have a diamond. And a diamond means we get attacked by sea monsters. Oh, and they're quite big sea monsters because they do 8 points of structural damage to our ship. 8 points of structural damage, and that's good. Oh, I know, it will be mermaids. Oh, the beautiful mermaids, sitting on the rocks and singing their most beautiful of songs. And then we went close and close, and the side of the ship, it did tear. But luckily, the ship's mate, he's a good lad, he is. He's a good lad. He's a good lad, and he steered us away from those rocks. So we only took 8 points of structural damage. Now, what do we find on the island when we get there? After we've bunged our ears up with wax to make sure that we don't get succumbed to those mermaid songs, we find another club. Oh, there's so many things here. Oh, now here we find. This was a geographical feature, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a geographical. Oh, it's Shrieking Swamps. That's what it'll be. It will be No, we had swamps. That's boring. It will be Lakes of Ooze. Oh, the Lakes of Ooze. And we didn't have any water. All of the barrels of water, they were empty. So we had to refill them. And some lad on board, deep down on ship, who worked in the old kitchen area. I was going to say the canteen, but I don't think they'd call it a canteen. I think the canteen's where we store the gunpowder. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, he said, why don't we try and drink the ooze? And do you know what? He was quite wrong, because we were all incredibly sick, and someone even died, but I didn't know his name, so it didn't matter, and all it mattered was it was one share less to go round when we find the treasure. So, oh, the ooze, it stunk as well, and on board ship, my gosh, it was horrible. We all had to dive overboard and have a swim for a wash. And then we decided that this island is absolutely awful. Awful it was. So we'll sail off somewhere else. We're going to sail to this island here, because that island there, from over here, that island there looks absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I'll say. It's beautiful on that island. So, what do we see whilst we're travelling? Oh, it's a heart. What's that? Oh, giant waves and whirlpools. Oh, the giant waves and whirlpools that are rolled around this area. It must be a good island if it's protected by the seas. The seas have battered us, doing whole 3 points of damage. It's really hard to see with this eye patch on. Oh, dear me, we're almost on half structural health of our ship. And over we sail to here. Oh, the seas. Oh, the seas. What was she talking about when she said I'll play any old game? Oh, the sea. Oh, look. Oh, no, we've lost a mast. The seas. And then we land on the island. And we dock on the side of the shores. And it was a bit of a struggle to get past those seas. And what do we find on the island? Oh, my God, I really didn't shuffle these cards very well, did I? They're all clubs. Oh, another Natural Geographical. So what this one is... Oh, this one, 6. What's 6? Oh, there we go. So what this is we find it's a very large mountain. What a large mountain this is. Now we get to the top of the mountain. We go climbing. Oh, it was my idea, that was. I very much like climbing up mountains. I like the way you can see so far away, but you have no idea how far away those things are, because you've only got the one eye. And so we were stood at the top, and gosh, we're above the clouds. Why am I saying gosh? I'm the most polite pirate there be. You could see across the clouds, and it was beautiful, I tell you. We were quite right from over there when we looked over here. We were over there, looking over here, and it was beautiful. Oh, you could see across the sky, and the birds would come up the clouds and below the clouds, and the sun glowed with bright golden glittering rays. And then my first mate said, I wish there was actual gold here that was actually gold. And I had to clip him round the ear and say, you're a heathen, lad. A heathen. And so we then gazed there for at least half a day. we were going to have a picnic. And then we remembered we were pirates, and picnicking pirates are very weird things. So we climbed down the mountain, got back on the ship, and decided to head to explore another island. Now, where shall we go now? Choices, choices, choices. Well, this one here isn't that far away. So surely it can't be that bad trying to get to that island. My voice is starting to go now. I'm not going to be able to talk for days afterwards. Everyone's going to be very happy. What do we see whilst we're sailing the seven seas? Oh, pirates! Fire! Oh my gosh! It's competing pirates, but they're not very good pirates. We get into a gun battle with pirates. Oh, the cannons did fly, and the chain shot, and the grape shot. See, I did my research. And all the shot that you could imagine. And then we ran out of shot, and we had to use cutlery. And we sent the cutlery flying, and we sent the forks, and we said, oh, pirates, you're going to be forked if we have our way. And we sent it across, and we got only slight damage, but I tell you, we sunk those buggers, we did. We sunk them good and proper. And then we got to the island before they did. And we really do hope it's treasure, otherwise we might have a mutiny on board. And aboard the island we docked. What was it? It's a spade. And what are these? These are clubs. These are spades. If I said these were spades, I was wrong. They're clubs. These are spades. I was wrong. I'm a pirate. I'm not a genius. So spades. Oh, okie dokie dokie. There's a golden temple on board this island. We could see it in amongst the hills from the docking on the shore, dotting its little goldeny temple-y head above the trees. Oh, there were palm trees, because it's an island. There were palm trees in this little golden... And we're saying to ourselves, what the heebie-jeebies is a temple doing on this island? But if there's a temple, hopefully there be treasure. And let's have a look. What's 10? 10. Oh, and we go there seeking treasure. But 10 is like that 10. It means alone. And what we find alone was a small man of prayer. He was there and he wouldn't talk to us at all. He said, well, he didn't tell us he had taken an oath of silence because he wasn't talking. But he used to gesticulate at us, and then the lads got a bit bored and they secretly stole some of his treasure, and we couldn't get it off the island because we thought we might get cursed. We don't want to be cursed pirates. Oh, cursed pirates are all the fair at the moment, aren't they? Cursed pirate this, cursed pirate that. We're not going to be cursed pirates. It's a bit gauche to be a cursed pirate. We don't want to be a cursed pirate. We want to be wealthy pirates. That's what we want to be. And so we will sail across the seas and see if one of these darndest islands can contain some treasure. One of them does. There's one over here and it says reveal treasure. That's what we want, my hearties. We want to reveal treasure. So we'll sail across the seas to the central island in this acapello. It's not acapello, but it sounds like acapello. Acapello is a way of you singing. Some of them on board the ship sing acapello, and I then have them hung, drawn, and quarters. Bloody acapello. Sailing across the seas, and what happens to us whilst we sail over the seas? It's a diamond. The sea monsters attack again. This is a kraken. But it's a baby kraken. And the baby kraken, it lashes us with its tentacles. So it does. It lashes us with its tentacles. We get tentacled and tentacled. And then some of the lads say they've had enough, and so we sail off. But not before we take structural damage. Oh no, we're only on 22 points of structural damage. We might have to sail back to port and go and see if we can get ourselves some structural damage repairs. But first, we'll see what's on this island. Oh yes, look, I'm going to wave my sword, my cutlass. Arr! Let's see what... We should have done that with the pirates, really, shouldn't we? That might have scared them away. Did you know that pirate ships often had crews of 150 to... I asked ChatGPT, I did. I asked ChatGPT how many members on a pirate crew, because I was thinking of playing a different game with more people. And then when he said 100... Hey, sorry. Oh, last time I was talking to you, ChatGPT said its name was Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Bit full of himself, this ChatGPT, isn't he? Anyway, 200 people on board a pirate ship. Imagine that. Imagine Blackbeard with his smoky beard and 200 cutthroats behind him. I don't know if I were you, but my pirate ship would turn around and go, would you like my sugar? Just let us go home and you can have my sugar. But anyway, we're on an island. I digress. I might cut that bit out, but I probably won't, because if I'm going to ruin my voice, I'll get content out of it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Anyway, if you do watch this, thank you very much for watching. It's very kind of you to watch. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. I know you're you're not my family members because none of those will subscribe. But anyway, let's see what's on this island. Oh, it's fauna. Oh, beautiful crab creatures crawl across the surface of this. Oh, and the beautiful, they just crawl about up and down, and they look like they can talk because they're quite big. They look like they can talk, but they can't. They can't talk. They just make clicky noises. And then one of the doctor's aides, the bloke who helps the doctor, you know, the one who holds the blokes down as the doctor does his doctoring, that says, do you know, I think they're talking in code, Captain. And I said, do you, lad? What are they saying? And he said, they're saying there's a treasure on this island, Captain. And I said, are you sure, lad? Because I don't want to be wandering around this island like that last island we wandered around all those many years ago, where we got wandering and we never found the treasure. And he went, oh no, they're saying there's a secret on this island. They're saying there's a secret, Captain. So what we did was we explored the island. We found any big rocks that looked a bit weird and we looked underneath them. We found any big thick trees that looked a bit weird and we looked on top of them. We found anything that looked like a little bit of a mark and we dug deep holes. And do you know what we found? The secret was there's no bloody treasure on this island, and it wasn't that good a secret in the first place. So we decided to sail off somewhere else, and we decided we'll sail towards this island here. This one here we will. And what happens on our way there is a heart. Dangerous waters again befall a crew of the Jolly Sponge. That's right, the Jolly Sponge. And we know why it's called Sponge, don't we? Yes, because the old captain was called Bob. That's right, you guessed it. And what did we take? We took 6 points of damage, didn't we? Oh, 6 is dangerous waters. I'm getting a bit confused with myself. 6. Dangerous waters. The waters have got huge whirlpools. The areas of here are beset by the old whirlpool. We got caught in a whirlpool, bashed against the rocks on this side, bashed against the rocks on that side. How long have I been going for? 20 minutes I've been doing this for. That's very impressive. And that did us all. That did for us nearly. It did indeed do for us nearly. It left us on only on 14 structural points. Oh, the ship's starting to creak at nights, and the water's starting to come in the sides. We need to give it a good tarring, we do. A good tarring needs to be done, and the only way you can do that is in a dry dock, and we don't have a dry dock available. And if we tried to build a dry dock, it's going to take us absolutely years, so instead we'll explore this island. Now, we'll move the ship to... Oh, actually, let's lose the English flag. Oh, this was actually a really good game. I only played it once with my daughter when she was much older. I actually really enjoyed it. I nearly played it with someone at Good Games, but he said he couldn't get his ships together. Oh, more creatures. More creatures. Oh, these are... Oh, I know what these are. These are going to be humans. We find a tribe of humans. Oh, they are. And it says here, 6 brings joy. Oh, I got a funny old feeling because someone told me about... I know what they're going to do. It's very much the same story as you would know about, what was it? It was Peru. That's it, where we got the potatoes from. But they've got potatoes here too. And we trade potatoes with them. And we love those potatoes. We decide you can mash the potatoes and you can fry the potatoes and you can just eat the potatoes. But they're a bit too crunchy and not very nice. And so what we do is we trade them syphilis. Yes, we do. We trade them syphilis. We bring each other joy. Well, they bring us joy and we give them syphilis. And the doctor says maybe we should get back on ship and go explore somewhere else because they're not going to be very happy. And so we decide never to come back here again and we go sailing over here. That's right. We sail over here, sailing the 7 seas. Don't trust a sailor. No, no. And what do we find when we go past all this oceany? I just realised I chose the blue map. That's what a coincidence. It's almost like I did that on purpose, but I didn't. It's a club, and the club's mean pirates! Oh my gosh, these pirates are going to a massive battle, because when you get a face card, you know, Jack, Queen, King, what you do is you take 11 points of damage. Oh my gosh, 11 points, leaving us on 3 structural damage. The battle rages. We chase each other around the sea. Around the island we chase each other. And then he starts chasing us around the island. And we're firing cannonballs at each other, which we had to scavenge when we had that battle over here. Because we used up all the cannonballs. Remember, we had to use... We start to make chains. We're putting chains in and nails in. We're firing them. I should have brought another ship, shouldn't I? We could have had a little boarding action. Do a bit of a boarding action and, oh, men are falling to the left. Men are falling to the right. And they say, give up. And we say, no. And then they say, okay then. And they sail off because their ship's more battered than ours. And we've only got 3 structural points left. So we might explore this island and hopefully there's treasure. Because otherwise, I think we are going to have to go back to... Oh, we could just sink, couldn't we? We could try and sink. But chances are... we are not going to be able to take any more of the risky seas, and these islands will remain unexplored. But for now, let's explore this island. Oh, it's nice, pretty plants hiding a secret. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to leave this journey, this little island adventure. We're going to leave it with a thing. And the thing is penicillin. Because it's going to help us out when we get back to port. Because if we gave them syphilis, we might be in for a bit of a shock when we get back to the missus. She might ask us, where have you been? And we're going to go, can't really tell you, love, but I need to take some of this penicillin. And with that, we explored the island and found that the barks of the trees, you could scrape it off, and the doctor said, I'm going to make you all take this, you dirty crow. You're a dirty, dirty crow. You're a No, I'm not going to do that. I can't be bothered. And with that, with our 3 points of structural damage left, we will sail back. Because for once, Captain Pete don't want his crew to die. No, Captain Pete wants his crew to get back home so he can go visit the missus and explain to her why he's got penicillin needs. And with that, Captain Pete's job here is done. Goodbye, my hearties. Have a great